All right, man. So welcome back to the library. Thanks for joining me today. What book did you bring to us?
Today, I have a sweet treat. I have Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Suess, but his real name is Theodore Suess Geisel. A little quick intro about him, but he is a American children's author, a cartoonist, and his books are really just for rhythmic tunes. I mean, not tunes, but languages, pairings of imaginative characters, and just a wide range of just things you can always think about.
Yeah, everybody done read a Dr. Seuss book, so that's like he just gave you a much deeper intro. Y'all know exactly the style he's talking about. Then I believe that he wrote those books like that to help people learn languages and help kids develop learning those sounds and stuff like that. So it was a lot of meaning behind what he was writing. And he was also he was low-key crazy too. I know that.
I like, people always say like behind the scenes, but I just never knew. You know what I'm saying? But to be one, you have to be.
That's exactly it. To be a great artist, I believe that most great artists are a little off, and he was a great artist in all of the mediums that he chose.
Incredible.
So, tell me a little bit about this book, Oh, the Places We Will Go.
Honestly, this book, I mean, I feel like it explains it itself. Like,
well, real quick, how did you get that book in possession? What made you choose that book? I like the story behind it.
For when I graduated college, and also for my birthday, my brother, bless his heart, he gave me a book. He was like, for the time, I don't know if you want to read it now, but whenever you want to read it, I feel like it'll really do you justice. And I was like, all right, I appreciate you. And there was just a time where I was going through some things this summer, and I was like, I feel like this is my time to read it. And when I read it, it brought me to tears. It brought me to, I don't even know how to say words that cannot be spoken for. I feel like it was just straight emotion, feelings. Action was just behind it. So that's how I got this book, my brother.
I love that, man. And after reading it myself, I understand exactly what you're saying, how a book like that, like even it's like, that's one thing that we were just talking about before we started shooting, is that like you can't judge the vessel. We're really over here like finding profound meaning in the Dr. Seuss book that is not necessarily meant for people our age, but it really is something that it's transcendent. Like that shit really works. It's cool how much you can learn, what you can take away from something that's simple as a motivational book.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's how when I read it, I was like, yo, this is really like deep.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you took away from this book?
The three main takeaways I'll probably say is believing yourself. Life has ups and downs, and you have the power to choose your own path, for sure. I feel like those are three great takeaways from this book.
So what in the book helped you realize, like, or what were they talking about that brought out the believing in yourself aspect of this?
From the beginning of the book, it was like, I don't know what you call the characters, but little dude. You gonna call him little? I can't even say little dude, but little man.
All right, little man, yeah, little yellow man.
Little yellow man was. I felt like I saw myself in the book going through these places, going through the waiting room lurches, just all these different type of challenges, ups and downs, little slumps. I saw myself in the book, so it was like, wow, I'm not even reading the book. I'm trying to make sure that whenever I go through these things, I'm taking something from this book,
Yeah. How has this book, you said like the summer was a little bit challenging, but believing in yourself, how has that helped you get out of that? Because we in the middle of winter now.
Yeah.
So how did that push you forward?
Honestly, it was just making sure that I block out the noise. I feel like everyone believes in themselves. It's just when you block out those distractions or block out just the people that aren't, I wouldn't even say telling you the things you want to hear, but telling you the things you need to hear. I mean, everyone can satisfy you at some point, but the real ones are going to hurt you with the truth, even to where it's going to push you, it's going to force you to feel a different emotion. So I was like, okay, if they're telling me the truth and I'm believing in myself and being genuine, then all I know and all I believe in is making sure that I'm getting to the realest of the real. And whichever is going to happen is going to reveal itself. So that's where God comes in. It's going to just if you're doing the things that's right, and if this person's telling you what you want, not even what you want, but what you need to hear, you have nothing but to believe in yourself. You know.
I like that, man. Because especially when it comes to something as serious as self-doubt and then self-belief, it turns into something that, like, the second that you realize you can do it, or or how the book put it, really just understanding that there are different places that you will go. Like, things will get tough, because that's just literally what life is. Life is about getting over those mountains, through those hills and things of that nature. But it's how you deal with it, and can you deal with it at the end of the day. I think that's when, like, that self-belief has to be built. It's a bonus built.
Yeah.
But once you get it, or you get a taste of it,
Yeah.
it's not too much you can do without it, because that's where I think the subconscious and God come into play.
Yeah.
Because once you have that feeling in the back of your head, or that little voice, it's never going to go anywhere.
It's not.
It's not. So it's like, once you know, like, all right, I am in this because I believe I can do this, because I believe in myself. I understand that there are, because that was one of the first things in the book, is that little yellow man, he left his town. He got out, and he saw other things outside of his norm.
Yeah.
And once you see things outside of your norm, you can kind of understand, okay, maybe I am capable of doing something different. It's just exposure to different things, and your capability to understand, all right, if I'm getting exposed to this, I think I can do this as well, because it's something different.
Yeah.
So that's good, man. I believing in yourself is something that's universal. Like, this is a kid's book, but it's easy to pull.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what was that second thing that you took away?
What was I said? I said believe in myself.
Getting through things.
Going through, like, life has ups and downs.
I got you. How do you navigate life's up and downs at this point in your life as a young man?
Like, I feel like, I mean, you said this before, but sometimes you have to just, whatever that's spoken to you, you have to take what's all in, and then you dissect what's right and what's wrong for you. But I feel like embrace it all. I mean, the good, bad. I feel like you have to just embrace it to actually feel what you're going through.
And that's,
even though it's tough.
Yeah,
It's tough.
it's tough.
It is tough.
Because a lot of times, man, it's very easy to, if you're not mentally trained enough, to get stuck in certain feelings. Because that's how I look at feelings and emotions and things of that nature, is I give them all equal weight.
Yeah.
Because they're all going to come and go.
Yeah.
Some days you are going to be happy. Like, this is literally in the book. That's what's hilarious. Like, some days you are going to be happy. Some days you are going to be sad. But you have to understand that's just the day. Every day is not going to be perfect. But
Or just
every
a
day,
moment.
it's a moment. And it's a moment. Moments are fleeting. So what are you going to hold on to at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Are you going to hold on to, okay, I'm going to remain positive in situations like this, and I understand, all right, I can do this, or I can get out of this, because every day is not going to be a bad day. And that's like how I move in life.
Yeah.
But some folks will get stuck in things like sadness and hurt and things like
that.
that.
For days, turns into weeks and turns into months.
Depression is a real thing, and it's scary. But literally, if you understand that maybe, okay, I can get through this though. But it like I was talking about earlier, man, it does take a little bit of that, okay, can I do it? I believe I can do it. If you don't have a source to go back to, oh God, that was something. I know, that's hilarious, dog. Breakfast is crazy. It's early. But like, if you don't understand the source, if you don't have something that you say to yourself or something that you believe for yourself, it's going to be very hard to get out of those situations. And I think that we discount faith and even any type of belief system that people may have.
Or good distractions too.
Good distractions. Define a good distraction. What do you think that is?
For me, I'll say a good distraction is going on the walk and you overdo the walk for an hour and a half.
Okay.
If you read and then you read, I forgot to do this because I was reading, or if you paint, stretching, whatever that hobby that is bringing the natural dopamine, those are them. Those are the ones.
100%. I think that's another thing that will help get people out of, because like how you said, everybody goes through things. But when you go through things like that, what are some healthy things that can bring you out of a slump? Exactly how you said, man, walking and working out, like anything that releases natural dopamine.
Working out for sure.
Working out is OC. I got to get back in the gym. We got to get back in the gym. It's going to be fun now. But and like how you do it, where you come back with a newfound.
People also talking to different people. I mean, like conversations, like those things go over our head sometimes because we're in our head. So it's like, oh, I can't talk to him. He's not gonna pick up, or he's gonna be like, why is he talking to me? But nah, a little 5-minute conversation is a good
Goes a
distraction because it's
long
gonna turn
way.
into a 3-hour conversation, and you talking to this person while you driving to work, while you now getting ready to go somewhere else. So it's like, dang, and then at the end of the day, you're gonna be like, I really needed that.
It's where two or more gathered,
Yeah.
God is with them.
Yeah,
You
man.
feel me?
Yeah.
So like it's, and then they were talking about this in the book too. It's okay to be alone sometimes, but we're not built to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Us as human beings, we are not built to be alone. And the sooner you realize that all the stoicism about oh you just gotta be a man, you gotta put your emotions.
Yeah.
All of them are dead, bro.
Especially now.
Especially, bro, they
Especially
dead.
now.
They in the woods. Like
The only people that
genuinely.
really carry it are the ones that came before us.
And they carried it.
Yeah.
And they carried it. You ain't gotta live like that no more.
Yeah.
That's something that I firmly believe, man. That you cannot do this thing called life alone.
Not at all.
And if you try to, it'll be tough because your own mind and getting stuck in your own head is a real thing.
It'll be a short journey. I'm not saying like God forbid, but since that's all you're distracted, like that's all you've done, it'll be a short journey because you're gonna look back and be like, what have I done? And it's gonna seem short because you've done only one thing with yourself.
With yourself, without others, without collaboration. And we're social creatures, bro. Like we just the smartest ants.
Yeah.
Like we build colonies every day. Like you gotta think about it like that, bro. But we are social creatures. You need the help of others in your life. And if you don't seek help, if you don't seek connection, it's gonna get real stale real quick.